There it is. There's a thumbs up. Every Sunday when I sing this song, I do this little thing about let us rejoice and blah, blah, all that good stuff, which is nothing wrong with that, but I thought today, just let's be damn glad that we're here. I am. Sunday morning and here we are, coming together from near and far. We're unity, a home for you and for me. I've got family waiting for me. Every Sunday I'm glad to see. We're unity, a home for you and for me. I'm so happy with Sunday. It's our very own Unity Day. We're here where we belong with all of our family. We're unity, a home for you and for me. The sun is shining and I am too. I feel so happy, how about you? We're unity, a home for you and for me. We're so grateful that love abounds with the brothers and sisters all around. We're unity, a home for you and for me. We're so happy it's Sunday. This is our very own Unity Day. We're here where we belong with all of our family. We're unity, a home for you and for me. We're unity, a home for you and for me. Thank you so much.
Well, good morning and welcome to Unity of London on this fine Sunday in a fall November day. It's great to be with everyone today, and we welcome everyone that's here on Zoom with me, everyone that's there at our wonderful building at 501 Nelson Street in beautiful downtown London, Ontario, Canada. And a fond hello and thanks for stopping by to those that might watch this video later on our YouTube channel. We're all so happy everyone is joining us. And November's power is elimination. Our co-founder, Charles Fillmore, spent a lot of time in prayer meditation, and he realized 12 powers that we all have within us. And your power of elimination is your ability to release, remove, denounce, deny, and let go of everything that no longer serves you. And the affirmation that goes with that is, I realize anything and everything, that I release everything and anything that is no longer serves me. And so we have a wonderful month to let go of all the stuff that we no longer need and get ready for that time of spring. And when we come on a Sunday, we truly feel like we're coming home. So welcome home, everyone. At Unity of London, we celebrate abundance, and abundance in all ways, not just financially, abundance in our love, our joy, our abundance for sure, our ideas, and we are all open to new ideas, providing each other mutual support and having true connection and sharing our transformations and transforming and realizing more of who we really all are, our divine selves. We do that together. And as we do that, we evolve peace within each of us. And peace begins with all of us. And one day we will realize peace on earth with everyone. And Unity was founded over 130 years ago, and they've decided on 5 basic principles, and simple, to understand, not always easy to follow, but please join me in affirming our 5 principles if you're comfortable doing so, whether you do it aloud or speak to yourself in your mind. Number 1, God is all good and active in everything, everywhere. Number 2, I am naturally good because God's divinity is within me and in everyone. Number 3, I create my experiences by what I choose to think and what I feel and believe. And number 4, through affirmative prayer and meditation, I connect with God and bring out the good in my life. And number 5, and let's do it with lots of zeal, I do my best by living the truth I know. I make a difference. And each and every one of us does make a true difference in the world. And how can we make that difference? Well, we can be the change that we want to see, inspire people to make a positive difference in the world. It's the people with passion that can change the world for the better. And sometimes they call us crazy. We just call ourselves lunatics. But step out and be that change and just set a great example for others to follow. And also, by providing fellowship and education for spiritual seekers of all walks of life, again, we believe that we can truly coexist and coexist in peace. We may not believe everything exactly the same way and see everything the same way, but that's how we understand more, by understanding each other's perspective and coexisting together. And we're going to have another song by Jim. Take it away, Jim.
I like to read the Daily Word every day, and well, most days. I forget some days, but you know what it's like. We get busy. But I was reading yesterday. I was looking up yesterday, and unless I was deeply confused, the word was brave. Was that right, Pauline? Yesterday was brave. Yes. I had to check because I do get confused, and I was thinking about that last night. In our lives, like what is bravery? When we're brave? What does that really mean? Well, we know for a soldier, for example, they say courage under fire, but for the rest of us, it's a very similar phrase that I came to mind, which was grace under pressure. That's what bravery really is. Facing the things that we have to face in our lives and doing it with a little grace. And so I thought, gee, it'd be nice to do a tune. Why don't you do a tune tomorrow? Have you got anything like that? Well, I didn't have anything in my songbook, but Janice Stanfield certainly did. And this is her take on bravery. If I were brave, what would I do if I knew that I could not fail? If I believed, would the wind always fill up my sail? How far would I go? What could I achieve? And trust in the hero in me. If I were brave, I'd walk the razor's edge where true believers dare to tread and never lose faith, even while losing my way. What step would I take today if I were brave? What if we're all meant to do what we secretly dream? What would you ask if you knew you could have anything? Like the mighty oak sleeps in the heart of the sea, there are miracles in you and me. If I were brave, I'd walk the razor's edge where true believers dare to tread, never lose faith, even while losing my way. What step would I take today if I were brave? If I were brave, I'd walk the razor's edge where true unbelievers dare to tread, and I'd never lose faith, even when losing my way. What step would I take today if I were brave? If I were brave, I'm gonna be brave. Thank you. That's Janice Stanfield.
Well, and you are brave, Jim. You're brave. You get up and sing in front of all kinds of people, and we can always choose to be brave or not to be brave. And sometimes bravery is prayer. And Unity was founded on, as I mentioned earlier, over 130 years ago, and it was founded based on affirmative prayer. That we believe that we affirm who we are and realizing the good in our life. At any time, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, every day of the year, you can call 1-800-NOW-PRAY. And there are divine beings waiting at Unity Worldwide headquarters in Missouri, just waiting to offer prayer for anyone that is requiring that. So use that number yourself for prayer. Tell your friends and family, people that are going through some challenges. You know, maybe some prayer might assist you through this, and give them the number. But also in our sanctuary right now at the front of the room, there is a prayer chest, and we invite anyone in the sanctuary to write one name, a list of names, people that you would like to have a prayer for. Oh, look at that. Our camera person's there's the prayer chest. Put a person's name that you would like some prayer for, or a number of people, or yourself. And we now take those out every week. And our prayer chaplains and prayer angels pray for those people each week. And then those also names are sent down to Unity headquarters, and additional prayer. People receive an additional 30 days of prayer. So, prayer makes a huge difference. So with that, if you would like individual one-on-one prayer today, if you're in the building, Nancy Youngson's available to pray with you, whether it's in the our prayer room off the sanctuary, or off the fellowship hall, or in the front office. We have Nancy available, and then online. I'm available to pray with anyone individually. So if you're online and you'd like individual prayer, just put in the chat box, click on the chat icon on your screen, and just put prayer, please. And I believe Lorraine's doing the sound, or running the board today, and she will put us in a private room, and I'd be happy to pray with anyone individually after the service. But for now, we will go into prayer for ourselves right here and at this time. So I invite you to become comfortable in your seat and feel that it's supporting you, holding you. And imagine that it's God's hands that are supporting you and holding you. Close your eyes if you're comfortable doing so. And just have a couple of nice deep breaths, breathing in all the love that's in the room. And exhaling, letting go of that no longer serves you, letting go of the busyness from the morning, any cause or concerns that you have, you're thinking about what's happening after this moment. Let's just all be here in this moment together with Spirit, God, Spirit, Divine Mind, Source, the life force that flows through all of us and through everything. And in our prayer today, we hold all of our Unity of London community, our members and our families and our friends. We hold this month, we hold in prayer Unity Edmonton and Unity Urban Ministerial School. And I pause for a moment as we whisper the names of people that you would like to add into our prayer this morning. Just quietly whisper their names into the space. And today, sweet spirit, as this community comes together in prayer, we've gone through Remembrance Day and moving more towards the change of seasons and holiday times and all the busyness that's coming up. We remind ourselves to take a moment every day for this prayer, affirming that we do see a wonderful world where everyone gets along and everyone has a home, everyone has food in their belly, everyone's warm when it's cold, and everyone's cool when it's warm. You see all the children going to school with a belly full and excited to learn new things. We see a society working together in unity. And I believe, and I know, Spirit, that the more that we individuals spend in time affirming a loving world, we make a difference and our world becomes more loving as we become more loving. And we know that we get messages all the time from you, Spirit, through other people and also in our time of silence. And for all the ideas and the love and the thoughts and everything that comes from Source, we say, thank you, thank you, thank you. We are so grateful for our prosperity, our health, and all of our love. And so it is, and so we let it be. Amen. And now I believe Nancy is our platform assistant and is going to come up and read from the Daily Word.
Healing. Taking good care of myself supports healing. Sometimes it's hard to say no to friends, to family, to work, church, or volunteer organizations that I care about, and I do want to serve them. But when I'm overextended and depleted, I don't do my best, and I may put my emotional, physical, or mental health at risk. Taking on too much and saying yes to every request may be a sign that there's something deeper within me that's out of alignment and in need of healing. Perhaps I'm feeling fear of judgment or reluctance to disappoint another. I heal when I slow down, pray, and welcome God's grace. I treat myself gently and make time for relaxation a priority. Secure in divine love, I know when to say yes, or for my well-being to kindly but confidently say no, not this time. From Psalm 103, verses 2 to 3. Bless the Lord, O my soul, and do not forget all his benefits, who forgives all your iniquity, who heals all your diseases. Okay, Pauline's back. Yay. Anyway, Pauline continues her journey of spiritual development and learning. She's known for it. She is our spiritual leader, a licensed Unity teacher, and has been a prayer chaplain since 2012. Pauline loves her partner Dan, friends, fellow Toastmasters, and anybody she meets. We can always count on a welcome from Pauline. So please welcome our speaker as she gives her message today, Dilemmas and Delights of Letting Go, Part 2.
Thanks. Thank you very much, Nancy. What a nice welcome. So the last time I was speaking, Part 1, 2 weeks ago, I invited everybody who was here to ask themselves some questions. Do you remember? And I said when I came back, I would ask who did it. So the questions were, who do you think you are? Who do you think you are? What qualities define who you perceive yourself to be? Do you want to be other than who you are? Are there qualities that you don't have right now that you'd like to have? And what steps can you take? So you don't have to actually put your hand up, that, although I really want to ask you to do that. But I invite you to answer in your head. Did you do that? Not because I invited you to, but did you do that because it was a consciousness of your willingness to grow, of your willingness to take a good, clear look at who you are right now, what might be holding you back, and if you were to let go, what would you put in to fill that space? Those are questions that we can ask ourselves at any age, and they remind us that only one person in this whole big universe can change us. Us. Only we can do that. For a long time, I sort of resisted wearing my jacket because the back of it was the name of a business, but I no longer have that business. However, I consider myself still in the spiritual act of reminding everybody. That's it. And you're amazingly you, for all of us at Unity, is divine presence shining as you. But sometimes a cloud comes between that. Do you realize that? Sometimes our negativity just plunges us into the depths. You think, how can I get out of it? How can I get out of it? So I'll be referring today to a book that I bought at the rummage sale. I can't remember if somebody came up and showed it to me. It was underlined, underlined, underlined by whoever read it before. And whoever read it before put little messages. Candle, candle, candle. Now, I like to highlight my own books when they're fresh and clean, but I still was quite impressed with this book. It's written by a man called David R. Hawkins, and it's called Letting Go, the Pathway of Surrender. And when George, dear George, who's in New York with Lindsay right now, first used that word surrender, I thought, oh, please. When I hear the word surrender, it makes me feel like a victim. I said that then, but I don't say that anymore. Because surrender requires consciousness. Our consciousness. Nobody forces us. We get to take a very clear, real look at what is holding us back from happiness, from joy. Yesterday I went to a humorous contest. I have to say this right now because the person who came second is right here in this room. There were 8 speakers. They made everybody laugh in some way. But Marie Frost came second. Yay, Marie Frost. And the release of just laughing was, you could feel it in the air. That people went to a division contest on a Saturday afternoon when it was pouring rain out for the purpose of supporting people who were there, whose purpose was to provoke laughter. How often do we do that? Just laugh for fun. And it was a great release for all of us. Back to Dr. David Hawkins. He was the director of the Institute for Spiritual Research, but he also became an advisor to Catholics, to Protestants, to Buddhists. What does that say? That he had a universal message of letting go. And this is what he said. The letting go of negative emotions means that the person experiences happiness, contentment, peace, and joy. Who doesn't want that? Are you going to shut the door on happiness, peace, contentment, and joy? But we do. We do it to ourselves. I've done it to myself. I'll bet you have too. Letting go of the limitations allows us to open ourselves. And I love what he said. Heavenly ambitions do not necessarily make us angels. Oh boy, I could relate with that. We might strive. We might say, I want to be absolutely everything to everybody. I want to be pure love, pure joy, pure optimism all the time. Well, sounds great. But those negative feelings just worm themselves back into our heads. So what are the mechanisms of letting go? According to this man, who, by the way, had, and he talks about it in one chapter, 53 physical ailments, all the way from skin disease to back problems to migraines to digestive problems. And he said, this is bizarre. I'm out there talking about letting go, but I haven't, meaning himself, I haven't let go myself. He had one big agony in his life. He doesn't describe it. But he said he went into seclusion for 11 days. And for 11 days, he consciously was aware of what was causing that agony of mind. For 11 days, he let go. He didn't scrunch the feelings down. He looked at them with clear eyes, and then he let them go. And after 11 days, some of his physical ailments began to disappear. Ailments he had tried to control with medication, with hypnotherapy, acupuncture, all the naturopathic and all the physical remedies that the world provided. That was amazing to me to read that. But scientists have long said that what ails us physically is often a result of what ails us internally in our minds. So what does he consider are the mechanisms of letting go? Number one, be aware of a feeling, a negative feeling. You're saying, but I don't want to be aware of it. I want to scrunch it down and push it away. No, be aware of it. Be conscious of it. Let it come up. Stay with it. And let it run its course without wanting to make it different or do anything about it. That runs contrary to everything I practiced for the first many decades of my life. I wanted to just push it aside and shove in a positive feeling. He's saying, be aware of it and be with it. Let out the energy behind it. That was step 2. Step 3. Allow yourself to have the feeling without resisting it, without venting it, without fearing it, condemning it, or moralizing about it. Just let yourself have the feeling. Could be a feeling of anger, guilt, shame, resentment, jealousy, pride. Could be any of those feelings. Just allow yourself to have it and recognize it. Number 4, drop judgment and see it as just, J-U-S-T in capital letters, a feeling. Just a feeling. Number 5, remember it's resistance that keeps the feeling going. I think this is so brilliant. I think of how many times I've resisted feeling aggravation in a Zoom meeting. I won't tell you why. I've been in so many Zoom meetings, and I sit there saying, oh, I feel so aggravated. I shouldn't be feeling this way. I'm supposed to be a spiritual person. Instead of just saying, I feel aggravated, I wonder what's behind it. Number 6, when you give up the resistance, it will shift to the next feeling and be accompanied by a lighter sensation. Number 7, a feeling that is not resisted will eventually disappear. You are not your feelings. You are not your feelings. Do you believe that? I've met so many people who say, I'm a feeling person. And I empathize with them. I love them. Because they're so open about their feelings. And yet I think, am I my feeling of aggravation? Am I my feeling of annoyance? No. I'm me. And you are you. A spiritual, wondrous presence in this world. So what are all the benefits? Letting go allows us to affirm. An affirmative prayer also has yeah buts connected to them. Oh, I affirm that I am positive. I affirm that I'm divine presence. Yeah, but maybe I'm not. So being aware of that also. Being with it, acknowledging it. I also wanted to read directly just a few excerpts because we talk about consciousness a lot at Unity. One of the laws of consciousness is we are only subject to a negative thought or belief if we consciously believe that it applies to us. How many times have you said, oh, I'm just not a techie person. I'm so dumb in technology. Oh, I know, Dorothy, me too. Many of us. And then the more you say it, the more you live into it. Or, as many of our brand new Toastmasters have started to say, oh, I'm so shy. Oh, I can't stand up and speak. And our second place winner in that contest on Saturday actually said to me a few weeks ago, oh, when I see a big crowd, I just choke. Well, she sure did not choke on Saturday. She stood up there with a clear, loud, enthusiastic voice. So she let go of that feeling. She saw it as a feeling. What feelings do you have that are controlling you, choking you, holding you back? Be conscious of them. Problem solving using the mechanism of surrender can be that fast. That fast. When we surrender, we let go of our own negative blockades. A lot of our activities and attachments, I could so relate with this, are based on fear anger, guilt, and pride. Fear, anger, guilt, and pride. The more we let go, the more loving we become. Because love rules all. And you might say, Pauline, I'm not always loving. And I could say, I know, I'm not always loving either. But when we're aware of it, then we say, how can I be in this situation? What is it behind my anger? What is motivating my anger? And sometimes we just let it be, look at that person with love, respect, seeing divine presence in them, and seeing it in ourselves. And once you do that, your world transforms. Transforms. And you start thinking, these people who used to be so cranky, now they're really loving. What's happening here? What's going on? What's going on is that you were conscious of your negative stuff and you let it go. And now, lo and behold, you are working out of love or joy or courage or combination of all of that. He says a whole lot more. I won't go into what he says because we're at Unity. So this is a beautiful little book called Truth Be Told. And I wanted to share a little bit because Myrtle Fillmore herself asked questions. And her questions, which I found in this little book, were quite similar to the ones I asked you at the beginning. But she addressed her questions this way. Dear Lord, you might say, dear inner presence, dear source of my energy, I'm asking, this is what she said, what am I? Who am I? Where am I? And her responses included the response that she felt in her own soul. I am thy all possibility. Where I am in the world of effects depends on what I think I am. Myrtle Fillmore. What do you think you are? And where are you? Do you recognize your amazing possibility as divine presence in this world? Do you recognize it? Do you celebrate it? Do you remind yourself of it? In those moments of depression or anger or guilt or fear or pride, do you take time to say, whoa, I'm really in the dumps today. I'm really feeling depressed and angry and awkward. Yep, I am. Conscious of it. I am conscious of all that negativity. Just rest in it for a few moments. And as you're resting in it, not resisting it, not trying to push it down or suppress it, it's going to get lighter. Because all that negative energy you put into pushing down, that negative energy is no longer being spent. You now have the negative energy out there and the positive energy in here. What a gift. What an opportunity to grow. A long time ago, there was a woman called Mary Kupferl, and she wrote a book called God Will See You Through. If you don't like the word God, substitute it. Doesn't bother me at all. I like the word God. But I know it's not God there, it's God in here. And as part of that book, she wrote a message called Trust the Spirit Within. Do you ever feel alone? Even if you've got a loving spouse or a loving partner, do you ever feel alone? Trust the Spirit within, she says. And know these words. Repeat these words. I trust the Spirit within, then let go. Practice trusting God. Trust the Spirit within yourself, within others, within any situation or circumstance confronting you. Trust the Spirit within. Practice trusting. Repeat the words. I trust the Spirit within. I trust the Spirit within. Then let go. Not, God, I hope you're answering. I hope you out there hear me amongst the millions and trillions of other people praying. No, that's not what she's saying. And she lived in 1913. She's saying, trust the Spirit within. We carry that Spirit wherever we are. I want to say magic. Magic is too puny a word. Miraculous. A miraculous gift to us. Discipline yourself to affirm this at the very moment you become upset or disturbed about anything. Anything. Promise yourself that the moment you become disturbed or upset or aggravated or angry or frustrated about anything in the whole universe, you stop and you say, I feel frustrated, angry, disturbed. It's out there. I trust the Spirit within. Wow. Amazing. And trusted the Spirit within, it's time for me to go into meditation with you. So I invite you, if you feel comfortable, to close your eyes. I don't usually sit, but this is a different kind of meditation. This is not one that I created. This is a meditation from Hypatia Hasbrouck. So just relax in your chair. Not to go to sleep, just to relax. To ground yourself. To feel at one with Spirit within. I now release every recognized or unrecognized feeling of fear, resentment, condemnation, envy, distrust, hate, or any other negative feelings or thoughts about myself or others. I release anything I do or may have said, thought, or done. I forgive myself and others for everything, and I love and bless myself and everyone else. I feel divine love dissolving and dissipating every wrong condition in my mind. I just feel that divine love from inside. It's just dissolving all that negative stuff right now, right here. And now I invite you to picture in your mind the most beautiful, peaceful scene you can. It can be a forest, a meadow, a lake, could be somewhere inside your own home. Whatever brings you the most peace, you are now picturing with all the details and all the color. See the light in this picture filling you and merging you into this peaceful scene. That light is going through your whole system, your circulation, your nervous system, your whole body. See that light flowing into every dark corner. Let the light be whatever color you want it to be. Divine presence is my light. I am one with divine presence. I am one with light. I am one with love. And now we just rest in quiet for a minute or so. Breathing in, breathing out. I'll try not to exhale loudly into the microphone. And just before we return, a quotation from one of the most well-known unity teachers and speakers, Eric Butterworth. The universe does not reward effort. The universe reflects consciousness. May we always direct our consciousness to the divine presence within. And so it is, and so we let it be. Amen.
Wow. What a wonderful talk today, Pauline. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. And I got to say, I'm surprised sometimes when if you meet someone and they don't believe that there is something called Source, God, something that dictates the universe. It was amazing how my prayer, our daily word, and your talk just worked and weaved together so well. Wonderful talk. And it reminded me of a song that I often listen to called Shedding Skins by Fia. And there's a line in there that she says, when saying yes to life, both shadow and light, our suffering will end and I come alive. or my suffering will end and I come alive. So wonderful talk, wonderful talk. Thank you so much. And Jim, you're up again.
You did it to me again, didn't you? You know how she does that. Every time, and I'm not exaggerating, every time Pauline speaks here and I'm sitting out there, it's like she's talking to me. I don't know how she, but I don't know. It's spirit that somehow just speaks to whatever I need to hear that day. Thank you again. So, I mentioned, sorry, I'm so overwhelmed by what she just said. So last night I was reading the Daily Word. I told you, the song, Jana's song about the Daily Word. But the Daily Word, I then looked to see what the Daily Word was for today. It was healing, right? It was healing. Yeah. It's about 1 o'clock in the morning. Then I'm thinking about healing. What does that mean? What does healing mean when we're talking about spiritual healing? You know, we're all broken to a greater or lesser extent. How do we heal? You know, for many years I struggled with a life that often seemed to offer far more questions than answers, particularly when I tried to make sense of my place in the universe. And I had a general feeling that I was not alone, but was somehow connected to a greater whole. But what that was or how it worked, I really had no idea. Then in 1999, I had an experience that started to raise the veil. I died. Not permanently, but long enough to be blessed with a peek at what lies beyond, and that changed my life. But it took me many years more of searching to find a way to explain what I'd seen and what I'd learned. And then I discovered Unity quite by accident. They invited me to come and speak, and I did, and then I came back. And some years later, they invited me to come and share my music, and I did that, and I'm still doing that, and I love it so much. But Unity I found to be a place where love and understanding and kindness prevail over everything else. I also found my confusion was replaced with the revelation of a guiding spirit shining a light on the way forward. You can call it God, you can call it Gaia, you can call it whatever you like. But for me, the idea of an all-encompassing spirit that still cared for me gave me the strength to finally heal all the wounds life had given me. Through spirit, I was healed, and with spirit, I step forth every day, ready now for whatever comes my way. Day after day, in every way, I was more and more anxious to know how to get by, how to grow and to thrive, to know I'm alive and know where to go. The pressures were great some days, I couldn't wait. Mistakes that I made were bringing me down. I felt broken and scarred, recovery too hard. I was sick, I was broken, no cure to be found. The future was dim, my prospects seemed grim. Could not see the light, had no strength for the fight. I could not take the blows life offered, disposed. Could not clearly see the wrong from the right. Oh, what could I do? Where could I turn? I was bent down and broken and battered and burned. I prayed to be healed, the secret revealed, and spirit reached out for my hand. Now I live in healing place. place, walking in Spirit's grace, holding my head up high. Finally know why the truth is revealed. Through Spirit I'm healed. Now I'm in a healing place, walking in Spirit's grace. I hold my head high. I finally know why the truth is revealed. Through Spirit I'm healed.
Wow, another fine song. Thank you so much, Jim. Thank you. You truly allow Spirit to speak through you, and sing through you, and play through you. As they would say, good job. And now we come to that time where we talk about how we all grow by sharing our time, talents, and treasures as a community. People share their time and their talents through the week and on a Sunday, making all the working pieces of unity work, and of course, without some treasures, we haven't been able to just call and say, can we provide prayer to pay our bill this month? Maybe we'll get there one day. That would be wonderful. We could call and just pray our way to prosperity. Actually, we can. We just have to trust in it. But I believe there's a couple of people coming through the sanctuary with little bags, and you can put in your tithe or your offering. And if you're not giving, or you've given in another way through MasterCard or Visa, or sent a check or e-transfer or Tithely, we welcome you to hold your hand over the bag and pray about abundance and growth and for all. Because as we all become more abundant, so does Unity of London. And I will invite everyone to join me in the prosperity blessing. Divine love flowing through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And so it is. And thank you for whoever did the collections. And now, our weekly announcements for Unity of London. There's a couple of events with new hours. So as everyone knows, or if you don't know, I will let you know that there is prayer Monday to Friday at 9 a.m. But we also now have added evening prayer and meditation time on Tuesday evenings from 8 to 8:15 p.m. And I believe that's on this same Zoom channel, or the link that you used to come into the service today. And Pauline, correct me if I'm wrong on that. And then also our spiritual leader, who is Pauline, has regular office hours now on Fridays from 1 to 3, that she will be at 501 Nelson Street. That if you'd like to have a conversation about spiritual things, share some of your challenges, share your joys, share whatever you'd like, some one-on-one time with Pauline, know that she'll be at the church from 1 to 3 on Fridays. And we appreciate all that Pauline does for our community. Also coming up is, there's a daily word is in, and apparently there's just a couple of more copies for November, December. So if you're looking for having the November, December daily word, you better get one today, because I understand there's only a couple more left in the bookstore. And next week, November 23rd, there's a very brief town hall update. It's just going to be a very quick update right after the service. And then after that, we will have our regular fellowship and sacred circle, if there is one, and carry on from there. So don't be ready to jump up when we finish next week. Hang on for a quick update on what's going on at Unity of London. And there is, speaking of Sacred Circle, today there's Sacred Circle from 12 to 1. and discussions, questions, an open forum to talk about spirituality, spiritual things. Today's talk, a book you read, whatever's there, and I understand what they say. Whatever you say in the circle stays in the circle. So everyone's welcome to join in that. And thanks so much to our president Chuck, who facilitates that. Wednesday nights, Jim talked about Wednesday night earlier at the beginning of the service, and coming up this Wednesday from 7:30 to 9, Jim's got Allison Brown, Bob Cunningham, and Jim Chapman, and the Backseat Girls. I hear they're a lot of fun. Anyways, there's always great music on Wednesdays, and only $10 paid by cash at the door or e-transfer for tickets. Jim Chapman at rogers.com. And yes, what a deal and a fun night for $10. And apparently it's getting cold outside. Well, it certainly is here in Saskatchewan. Yesterday morning, I think it was yesterday morning, it was -10, feeling like -14. Chilly. So our Christmas project this year for Unity of London, for the London community and surrounding area, is collecting winter accessories. So bring in mitts, gloves, hats, scarves, socks, and white is preferred when it comes to socks. And you can also do larger donations of coats, blankets, and boots. They can also, so those will be distributed in a different way. I believe at the front of the room, or there will be at the front of the room, a couple of boxes, one for these things and also one for the collecting for the food bank. So this year, as always, there's a great need, but the things that they are looking for at the food bank are canned vegetables and fruit, ideally no sugar added, canned tomatoes, ideally no salt added, canned tuna and salmon, peanut butter, special diet foods such as gluten-free or lactose-free, dried vegetables like lentils and chickpeas and legumes, healthy breakfast cereals. Also helpful are boxed milk, stovetop stuffing, tea and coffee, cake mix, can openers. You never think about these things, but believe it or not, one of the greatest needs on the street is a can opener. Dish detergent, feminine hygiene products are in need. And then perishable items, the first delivery is on for December 9th. So if you're bringing perishable items, bring them in for then, and that would be bread, margarine or butter, eggs, and fresh produce. And thank you to everyone that's going to contribute. And it's we see an abundance of food and warming clothing coming in to share with our community. And now we will do our prayer for protection. So I invite you to join me in connecting with Spirit and reminding ourselves that the light of God surrounds me. I am the light. And the love of God enfolds me. I am the love. The power of God protects me. I am the power. And the presence of God watches over me. I am the presence. And wherever I am, God is, and all is well. And we say from Unity of London, yay, gods. And now we'll gather in the center of the, make a circle in the sanctuary, holding hands, and we'll join together in singing our peace song. And I will sing, but I won't disturb you with my lovely singing. Oh, wonderful, wonderful. So as you go about your week, remember, take time for yourself and let go of what you don't need anymore, the thoughts that are no longer serve you. And I welcome anyone that would like to make comments, Colleen, ask